This morning, I caught up with Dublin Mayor Phil Best to find out why the Emerald City is the place to live, work, and play. Take a look. Dublin, tell us about what makes Dublin such a great place to work and live and play.
And I can sum it up with one word: the people. 2 words: the people.
Well, what about the people that makes it so special?
I don't know. You know, Amanda, I moved here, and my wife and kids and I moved here probably in the late 80s, and we just were so welcomed by the people that live here, and it's just a great community. It's hard to explain, but everybody tries to work with each other and help each other, and it's just a great place to live.
Talk about, Dublin's grown recently, so there's been a lot of industry coming to this area. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we've got a very active development authority. It's the Dublin Lawrence Development Authority. It's supported entirely 100% by the city and the county. We work really hard with the development authority to try to give them the tools they need to recruit industry, and that's one of the big things. Our city manager, George Roussel, and our county administrator, Brian Rogers, work closely with that group and work to try to get industry here.
Tell us about, some of the interesting industries here in Dublin.
Well, we've got some of our old favorites that are very important to us are YKK, which does the extruded aluminum for windows and doors, and then we've got Flex Steel that makes the recliners, and SP Fiber Technology, just to name a few. Some of the newer ones, well, distribution, we have Farmers Furniture, Best Buy, and Fred's, which all 3 cover probably 6 states in our area. And then we've got Erdrich, which is a new German auto parts manufacturing company that actually is a manufacturer. Dinex, who does off-road exhaust systems for people like Caterpillar and John Deere and other folks like that. We've got Parker Aerospace, who does the guidance systems for airplanes and such as that. And then we have a strong medical community here too that we count as an industry. Fairview Park Hospital and the VA hospital.
For someone who maybe has never heard of Dublin, or who's just traveling through maybe from Savannah to the rest of the state, what do you tell them to make them, say, hey, I want to stop in Dublin and check it out?
Well, the first thing they need to do is get off the interstate and ride 5 minutes into Dublin. And the first place I'd come is to come to our downtown. We have a great synergy going on with our downtown now. There's good restaurants. We've got one restaurant, Dino's, that's located downtown that has won 2 national awards for the best pizza. We have several other restaurants. We have a new Bicentennial Plaza, a farmer's market. Our First AB church here is the site where MLK, Martin Luther King, gave his first speech in a speech contest when he was in high school.
Wow.
A lot of history. So I'd say just come in and get out of your car and walk around and look around a little bit.
And Dublin, of course, I hear it's got a pretty awesome St. Patrick's Day. That's a big deal here in the city, right?
That's right. We have a very active St. Patrick's committee that's totally volunteer. This coming year in 15 will be our 50th year. And we all turn Irish for about a month here in March.
He talked about some of the challenges he thinks the city is facing. Take a look. Talk about just the community atmosphere. You mentioned the people really make Dublin.
Right.
Talk about just, the kind of people that live here, the kind of people that enjoy spending time here.
Well, anytime there's challenges in a community and things aren't going perfectly as they should, that's when you find out what kind of citizens you really have. And we found that in the past, if we have issues or if we have challenges, instead of being naysayers. Most of the time, we have a group that come together and try to solve the problem. That's number one. It's easy to be good neighbors when everything's going all right, I guess is the bottom line. But we have folks that are willing to work together to solve any problems we have. Second thing is just the work ethic of the people here. That's why the industries like it here. People have a real strong work ethic and know that if they have a job, they need to do what they're supposed to do.
Do you see any challenges Dublin is facing that, it's ready, anything that, any possible challenges that it's facing?
Well, I guess in the city, the only thing that we have recognized and know we've got to do something about is our crime has gone up a tad. And when I say that, probably compared to a lot of communities, ours is still very low. But it's gone up enough that we're not satisfied. So the city manager, George Roussel, and our city council are backing our police department, and we're trying to come up with some other programs too. Instead of solving crime problems, we want to prevent crimes and maybe go to the issues at hand and try to work together to get folks to understand there is a better way. And if they do bad, then there's consequences to go with that too.
But overall, you see a lot of good coming here out of Dublin, out of
Oh
Lawrence
yeah,
County.
absolutely, and even that problem is not one that we won't be able to work out.
So I guess, kind of summing it all up, I mean, Dublin, we're doing this whole show focusing on Dublin and just what's happening here. So for our viewers who are at home watching this, what do you want them to know about Dublin?
Well, we want you to know it's a great place. It's a very productive place. It's a very business-friendly community. And we'd love for you to come down and just visit with us and get to know us better. Especially, as I said to you earlier, our downtown, we're just really proud of the things that have gone on there lately. You've got about $15 million that's been spent in the last 5 years in public and private money. That's created about 150 jobs downtown. So we'd like for you just to come see what we're doing.
Something to be proud of, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very proud of it.
I think I have to ask, what's one of your favorite memories as mayor, or something that just kind of sticks in your mind that you'll never forget serving the city of Dublin?
Well, this is, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of neat stuff, but I don't know if you're familiar with a guy named Carl Slovic, who was one of the last surviving Munchkins from The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
He lived here in Dublin, and in his later years, and he was actually honored with a star in the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. And my wife and I got to accompany Carl to Hollywood to see him receive the honor, and we had a reception there for some other Dublin folks that were there, and that's probably that just immediately that sticks in my mind. Carl was such a great guy. He was just such a neat guy, and you can imagine me standing beside Carl. But
what a picture!
I've got one I'll share with you. But it was a great time, and we really had a good time with that.
So overall, I guess you kind of summed it all up well, but place to come live, place to come work, and a place to play. That's Dublin.
Absolutely. And retire.
Anything else, Mary, you want to say?
Just thank y'all for taking the time to do this piece on us, and we appreciate y'all coming down and being with us.